in MX2. I went on MX1, I think. A little while ago, I took a break for 1 semester, so it's very weird to be with a whole bunch of people that weren't in the same year as me, but I think things went quite well despite that. Um, I was originally put into a different group, as Denver said. He got a new member. Our group completely disbanded. Um, so my original group consisted of me, Jesse, what's his last name? There's two different Jessies. I think, yeah, his last name is Weeb. And then there's Emma, which was with his group, and Maya for reason. Yeah, we spent the first couple weeks together getting to know each other a lot and trying to learn about this place that we were supposed to go to as a group, which was Pickwiddenay. It was a little bit difficult getting split up because we spent so much time like getting to know each other, becoming friends, and then we all of a sudden get split up right the day before we left. So yeah, it was very sudden, and I did not know what to expect. I was a little bit afraid because we didn't know I didn't know what I was going into for sure. But I don't really know what to say. I think the trip, well, like the first day going over to Thompson was pretty much exactly how I imagined it would be. It was getting briefed by all the other people there and preparing to go into this community. But I didn't really know what to expect, and I suppose it's a little bit similar because our community was still quite small. It was a little bit bigger than Pickwiddenay, but yeah, it was still quite intimate compared to some of the other groups. A lot of them were going to bigger communities, and ours was quite close. It was only 1 hour and 15 minutes of a drive, and then some people went another 4 or 8 hours, which is absolutely crazy. Yeah, the place that I got reassigned to was called Thicket Portage, and I got put into a new group with Jesse Rempel, and then we got, there's Teresia, which was a group leader, and Shelby, she was a previous MX2 member, but she came back for another, I don't know, trip over there for some reason. I have no idea why. And this other member, who was it? Oh yes, Amanda. And we kind of didn't really know each other. I kind of knew Jesse a little bit because we did some projects together in our first year together, but we didn't really know each other super well. But throughout our time together, because it's 2 guys, 3 girls, we kind of spent a lot of time getting to know each other in a lot more, I suppose, more personal and intimate way than the rest of the group. So yeah, I think it was a really great time, getting to know each other. We did a lot of activities together. So I'll go into the activities that we did. One of the big ones that we did was doing a lot of shoveling. Yeah, we went and spent multiple hours, just us 2 guys, just shoveling off roofs off of different houses because they had a lot of snow, and obviously if too much snow gets on the roof collapses. So yeah, so that was a great time. I don't really understand at first why, how is this ministry? But I soon realized that ministry doesn't necessarily have to be going and talking to people. It can also just be showing your presence in a community and being a good example of how you can do ministry besides that. Another activity that we did was we went and me and Jesse went to an older lady's house. She was a teacher there, and I believe she had stage 3 cancer or something. So yeah, she was leaving the community to go back to Ontario for a while, and she needed help packing up and getting home over there. So yeah, we spent, I don't know, an hour and a half going and just helping her pack up her boxes. And obviously, this isn't the same thing as shoveling roofs, because when you're on a roof, everyone can see what you're doing. But with this, you're inside somebody's house, nobody else sees what you're doing, maybe nobody sees the impact that it has on this one person. But I still think that it was very good to, I don't know, express enthusiasm for helping somebody, even if it doesn't further our cause of teaching about God or anything. Yeah, I hope that at least that it helped her a lot, and I'm sure she appreciated it a lot, because yeah, obviously she couldn't really do anything about any of that herself. She could barely walk, so yeah, that was a great time. One other experience that we had was, besides doing manual labor, was kids ministry. I've never done kids ministry before. It's always just been for adults in a way, and just other things like that. So I didn't really have any experience on what to do with a whole bunch of kids. And I also just don't really enjoy socializing in general. So, yeah, but I felt a little bit of, I suppose, a lot of guilt, because the girls in our group, while we were doing manual labor, they were spending a lot of time with the kids and getting to know them. And me and Jesse are both introverts. Neither of us enjoyed talking to people or anything. So the first day we did absolutely nothing. We just sat there in the corner and talked to our host. But throughout the week, we spent more and more time trying to get out of our shell and interact with the kids. It was a very slow process, but by the end of the week, we spent the full 2 hours hanging out with the kids and playing with them. And even then, it was very, very difficult. Those kids were extremely hyper. They loved I don't know, some things they did was they loved to hit each other really hard and yeah, throw each other around. Me and Jesse went and let them be we let ourselves be their punching bag, and they would throw us around onto coaches and stuff and whatever. But yeah, I think that went and showed a good example that even though we're guys, obviously guys in our community, they don't the older guys, they don't really interact with little kids at all. So I think showing that, hey, guys can interact with kids as well, and it's not just the 3 girls of our group, just learning and teaching them. What else is there? Yeah, so our group our host is a little bit different for us. He was both the person that was, what's the word? Kind of the bridge of connecting with the community, as well as the person where we were staying at his house. I'll talk a little bit about him. So his name is Norman. I believe Anthony over there. He was there last year, and every year he likes to choose somebody to be his sort of person he goes and teases a lot. And for our group, then Jesse was the one he went and chose to tease a lot. It was very fun. Yeah, we had some stories about Anthony's year, about something involving what is it, a couch leg or something when it broke because somebody went and jumped on it. Yeah, and then for Jesse, then he also likes to give people nicknames and stuff, and likes to, just tease people. Yeah, on the first day we got there, he went and got Jesse to go and change the seat in his bird feeder, and context, Jesse isn't a very tall person, so probably wasn't the best person to pick for that. But I think his teasing all the different people in our group is more so to show love in a sense, and to make everybody feel comfortable. And yeah. He also did tease me a little bit. He would give me nicknames and stuff, but he wasn't nearly as bad as Jesse. Which I want to see her before. Yeah. And yeah, so Norman. I would say that I really liked Norman. He was a very awesome guy, and he was very clearly somebody that was just very respected by the community. Whenever like he would walk into the room or whatever, like at the gym night or whatever that we had, then everybody acknowledges his presence when he walks in the room, and he often does like, a lot of things to help out the community, whether it just be like driving people around places and just helping run the community, honestly. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. But I would say one last story was on the last day of when we were there. He went in. I was like looking around at his like bookshelf or whatever, all his books and stuff, just checking things out. And he went and noticed it, and he went and said, "Hey, you can go and pick some books if you want to, because I don't do any reading. All these books are my wife's, and so nobody's ever going to read them, and he wouldn't let me pick them out. And so because of that, I was like, oh, I want to remember Norman, so I asked him if he could maybe write his name in the book, and then so he had like a stroke or something, so writing obviously wasn't very easy for him, but he still went and did it. And on the last book he went and wrote, he went and wrote the words, "I love you."
Wow.